parts extracted from my own... Never mind. I made it back. But after living in anti-gravity for so long, every bone in my body shattered the second I was back on Earth.
Yeah, but you look 18. I mean, it's been 36 years.
Yes, I know. Near the speed of light, the space-time continuum stretches. Time slows down. I was gone for 36 years, but only 36 Earth years. For me, it was 11 years' time.
So you're actually...
24.
Well, I suppose I will always see you at 13. And you must be Jennifer.
Jessica.
Yeah, that's what I said. How did you find each other?
I was laid up in a Wayne Phillips memorial after drinking what I thought was a bottle of Merlot, but was actually 4 liters of lighter fluid. Ma was in a full body cast next to me, and we got to sharing stories one night. I told her about Sarah, Alice, the Mistress Black.
And something I couldn't ignore. I was high on Dilaudid at the time, so the revelation hit me like a brick. Jessica mentioned something stolen from her. A bit of torn photograph that I myself hold very dear to me. I gave it to you once too, John. Once upon a time. A photograph of young
Michael.
The patron saint of happier times that never actually existed.
I never thought I'd see the day that...
You'll have to excuse us. John needs his rest. Make yourselves all homey-like in the cafe.
Great. I need a shot of something dark, fast.
But please, Sarah, stay for a minute.
Sarah, my beautiful little girl.
Where's the baby? Aren't you already abandoning him?
Go on, John, tell her.
Sarah, Winslet, I mean baby, he, God damn it, it was Ready Whip, okay?
You mean you...
There was no baby child. He fooled us both.
Well, just imagine how I feel.
The only thing I have left to say to you is goodbye, Dad. And I hardly feel obliged to say that.
Sarah, honey, lamb, you can't leave. We can help
Oh,
you.
can it, simpleton?
Yes, and we can. We understand what you lost. How much that child meant to you. Shucks, I know how it feels to want another chance. If you're willing, I know how to get you a child.
I really don't want to know.
Listen to me. The doctor's in the back, sleeping one off, but he's real talented with bringing children. You can have one in just 6 minutes.
Oh, and the two of you were some of the success stories.
I ain't talking about that Ready Whip. I was talking about some of the most advanced science in the universe.
Listen, there's no one to bear the child now. I can't get pregnant. It would take a miracle after that night.
Well, back in theory, we say, an eye for an eye, a child for a child.
Is that English?
If Jessica took your baby, she should be the one to give you another. She owes you. Besides, she's aching to be in your good graces. I'm sure you could convince her.
Well, if only I convinced you to take a shower.
That's it, yes. I'll be prepping in the kitchen with the doctor.
Don't you move a muscle, John. I like you right where you are.
And you break my heart, my sweet darling. Can you ever recover? Oh, my stars, Vicky! I don't understand.
2 words, John. Workman's comp. There are no cameras in here, right?
How did I live so long without you?
Luck has never been on my side, but love is a different story. I knew fate would put me back into your arms one last time. And thank Vashti, because I was empty without you.
Oh, let the memory die, for you will never be without me again.
Oh, John, you are like my heart. I need you in me, or I die.
You know, last time someone tried to get me pregnant, he bought me Wendy's first.
Jessica, be serious. That child was mine. I'm in a place of desperation because of you. Think of it as repayment. It's my whole life we're talking about.
Show me the father.
It's not that kind of a pregnancy, thank God. The hillbilly claims to know of a procedure which need not aside. It'll only take 6 minutes.
Sarah, I'm sorry, but this sounds sketchy. And I've done some sketchy shit. Besides, what do you really know about this woman?
More than I care to, but forget her, Jessica. You have to help me.
I don't trust her. Something about her reminds me of Senorita Marta, the Mistress Black.
Yeah, it's called being traumatized. You probably see her face everywhere. Now, Jessica, I beg you. Until now, my life has been a novel of empty pages. But something in me says that this story isn't over. And that only you can pen the final chapter.
Jessica sits frozen, yet certain.
I love you. I would die for you. But I can't create life for you. Not if that woman has anything to do with it!
Sarah's heart broke long ago, but now the broken pieces are pulverized into dust under the foot of adversity. Sophia, however, tiptoes into the room with a light step.
You'll get your child, Sarah. But it's high time we got out of this cafe. Tell you what, let's chug a beer and hit the road. As for Sophia...
What about Sophia, bitch? Don't look at me like that. You wanted this.
Your accent.
Still as gentle, still as tender, still as mild. Oh, I can still smell that powder on your skin like the day I applied it. Oh, my family, together again. We shall be wed, my dear. I'll pay for the most expensive ceremony, most expensive ceremony there ever was and shall be. And by God, we'll take the girls to Yellowstone. Have I your heart, my darling?
Of course. But John, first, we need to talk about our son.
To be continued. The cracking of bone, the slicing of skin, the crushing of fresh barley, all sounds which fill the kitchen with a cacophony of terror and signify that Jessica's impregnation has begun. Sophia runs through the motions that she knows so well, but can't shake the feeling that this time will be different from the others. As the procedure reaches full swing, Sarah stirs.
Mrs. Black! Where? This is no scientific affair!
Meanwhile, back in the clinic.
What do you mean, our son? have no son.
Yes, John, we do.
Impossible. The last time I saw you, you were already pregnant with our daughters.
Don't tell me you've forgotten our dream. The golden rivers of that mysterious planet, don't you remember? The majestic purple dunes we walked. The emerald sunset that brought you to tears.
The pleasant scent of cardamom that pervaded the air.
I can smell it now. You took me in your arms and took me and took me and took me.
But that was a dream, Vicky. Nothing more.
Yes, it was a dream, but it was real. Our cosmic union bore us a son. I went into labor while floating somewhere by the Big Dipper, exactly 9 months after. Knowing I'd have to deliver the thing alone, I made a batch of moonshine and prepared for the worst. But John, I barely had to do a thing, and he practically delivered himself. And ever since, he has been the perfect son.
Well, does he live? Please tell me, does he
He's
live?
waiting outside in a cab. He'd like to meet you, John. May I tell him to come in?
Oh.
John nods dumbly, an expression as mechanical as his artificial hip. Vicky signals out the window, throwing yet another secret to the wind. John watches the door in anticipation.
John, this is your father.
What?
No, I was talking to him. His name is John, too. John Jr.
Hi, Dad. The pleasure's all mine.
My son! My boy! You can't be older than...
13? I'm not. Today's my 13th
But
birthday.
he has done so much for 13. He takes after his mother in that respect.
I'll bet. Let me guess. Little League champion.
I was, but I haven't played ball since Harvard.
Harvard. What's that?
It's a university pop. You see, all my life I've tried to make you proud, so after Mama and I arrived on Earth, I earned degrees from Harvard Law, Yale Drama, MIT, and Hogwarts.
He also studied ballet with Baryshnikov and published 3 bestsellers, including an erotic novel that you adjusted to work.
And to keep busy, I picked up keyboard and toured for 2 years with Fleetwood Mac. Nowadays, I've quit all that to open up my own law firm.
I've always wanted a son and a lawyer. Oh. Come here, boy. Oh.
Father and son embrace,
Oh.
heart and soul.
Oh.
Tears well in
Oh.
Vicky's eyes, giving part to an untreated ulcer. Though the reunion is sweet, it is incomplete.
Mama, was Sarah as we suspected? And, where's Jessica?
Where is Jessica?
Sophia, this is my son.
John Jr., Mademoiselle. Enchanted.
Thinking we've had enough guests for tonight. It's getting late.
He's just a boy.
What's it to you, toots? Now, where are my girls?
Oh, Jessica. Jessica, awaken. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jessica.
Sarah! Did I black out?
No, you were right. That woman Sophia, she could source with the devil. Now on my feet, my sweet. I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
Yes, ma'am. It's an old cafe. One of the girders fell and bopped him on the head, that's all. They just need some rest. Poor them weak as little lambs.
I know a lawsuit when I hear one. Where are they?
Don't forget photographs, Mama. Now, ma'am, you'll answer my mother at once, or you'll prepare to feel the full weight of the law.
The doctor's looking them over in the kitchen.
Girls! What is it? What the hell is going on?
Nobody panic, I'm trained in CPR.
Johnny, it's that Sophia woman. She's the Mistress Black.
I've been through too much to be called them darn dirty names.
Oh, the jig is up, Marta.
Drop the accent. We know who you are.
I'm surprised I didn't recognize you sooner. Though you haven't aged in 23 years.
23? Ha! Try 360.
That means she's been murdering virgins since pre-colonial times.
Like a maggot into cheese. She feeds off the youth of the innocents to sustain her foul existence. She is the excrement of Lucifer himself.
You mean Lilith. The truth is something your mortal mind will never be able to wrap itself around. But I'll tell you because I've been dying to tell someone for centuries. I was born a slave in La Fermanata in 1660.
Oh, shut your trap, heathen. We don't give a fuck. Grab her!
Oh, motherfucker! It's that handle's white hot! Ow!
Marta, let them go. This is between you and me. They're innocent.
Innocence? I know innocence, and you are a lot far from it. What happened to your crutches, dearie? Or was that a lie? And you? To think I ever even loved you.
Shut up! Your character assassination holds no bearing which. You are a freak of nature. Now close your mouth before we succumb to the smell of your breath.
What are you calling a freak of nature? God doesn't even love you.
And what do you know about God, bitch? My sister is a saint compared to you.
You're so quick to defend her. Say, Sarah, are you still holding on to that baby?
No.
Yes, dear, so I take it you didn't tell her. Good, because I wanted to anyway.
Not another word.
Tell me. Tell me what?
I'll tell you that.
Shut up, Jessica. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to forgive me.
Tell me
But-
what? Tell me what?
Darling, you're pregnant.
Oh my! But Sarah, your water just broke. Oh God, Sarah! No!
Johnny, help me with your father.
Oh.
Oh, you all right? Cupcake.
I'm fine, little mama. I've been burned before. Jesus Christ, Vicky, you and I mean, we've had our fun over the years, but we've lived in love, but the children are so brave. Oh, what is to become of them?
Oh, John. A lady a hell of a lot tougher than that tried to lock me up once. They had to sew her up in 36 places.
Sophia isn't any mortal. My God, she isn't human.
There is not a single thing a single mother can't do. We're getting out of here, all of us. Do you hear me, Jessica?
What are you planning, Mama? How can I help?
I know how to get through these walls. It is all about combustible carbons. We'll have to make do with what we have in this kitchen. That and a little, well, you know.
Lord, give me the strength. Oh, the strength to save myself. Child.
Dr. Erdgeist, still recovering from his hangover, enters. Sophia, following close behind, looks better than ever and walks with an extra flourish in her step.
Well, the prophecy was right after all, and everything went according to plan. Better than I ever could have imagined. The prince will be very pleased.
Yes, and what about my end? Elizabeth?
She's yours at last.
After 23 years!
Baby. Give me my baby.
You have no baby.
Liar, give her to me.
No! No! Ah!
Are you sure the measurements are exact enough, Mama?
We will be free in no time. This low-grade C4 should be just enough to loosen the door's hinges. Then we'll ram it down with that dish cart. I just need one more thing. A cigarette? Here goes nothing. Fire in the hole!
Ah! Vicky! God! Vicky!
George! John!
Ah!
George!
The family storms the clinic. Vicky tackles the witch and slams her fist into her jaw, ready to claw the wicked woman's eyes out. Jessica scrambles through the empty room, searching in desperation for any sign of her sister.
Sarah! Where are you?
Within an instant, Sophia gains the upper hand on Vicky and pins her to the floor.
I'll pull the flesh from your bones with my teeth.
John lifts a chair over his head and moves to slam it down on Sophia's skull, but the witch is much too quick. She releases a sonic boom from her palm, which sends him crashing into the wall. Jessica runs to her mother's aid and delivers a swift kick to Sophia's ribs, but the tremendous fortitude of the witch is too much for her. Sophia levitates high above the flame, over the bruised bodies of our tragic heroes.
I've lived hundreds of years with mortals, but never in all my days have I come across such filth. I've been made a saint for ridding the earth of your pathetic doings.
Sarah, tell me what you did with her!
No, you'd like that, wouldn't you? But I will tell you that her baby was delicious. You'll see them soon enough. In hell, this cafe is your coffin.
The door's blocked. The fire. There's no way out. Oh, Vicky, the combustible. What can we do? What do you need?
I need you to hold my hand. Kids, come close.
United at the final hour, the family huddles together at the center of a living hell and prepares for the end.
We're together now, and always will be. Together upon the majestic purple dunes, the emerald sunset. Time and pain will vanish as we float down everlasting rivers of gold. Together, forever, and ever, and ever,
The lick of flames,
and ever.
the crack of embers, the collapse of the café. To be continued. A three-ring circus of justice. A media sensation buzzes around the court of clowns as the venerable Judge Ernest Davies calls the trial of the century into session. All rise.
Thank you. You may be seated.
The prosecutor, John Jr., handsomely posed atop his morals and ideals, takes the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as you are all well aware, 9 months ago, on July 29th, 1998, I entered a cafe in Brooklyn, Nevada. I was under the impression that I was to meet my long-lost sister Sarah for the first time. But instead, I met tragedy at the hands of the defendant, Madame Sophia Nero, better known in pagan folklore as the Mistress Black. As part of her nefarious, age-old plot, myself and my family endured 36 minutes of hell, an ordeal which culminated in the rape, torture, and murder of my sister Sarah. And to eliminate any witnesses, Nero then viciously battered the rest of my family and left us trapped inside of a burning, collapsing cafe. The testimony today will recount to you the events of that evening, Events which will prove beyond reasonable doubt that Madame Sophia Heinecke, being tried today in absentia because she has fled to evade her punishment, is not only guilty of crimes against my family, but crimes against humanity. Crimes amounting to the systematic genocide of over 3,000 virgins across 4 centuries. Thank you.
A jester in his own right, Attorney Thomas Carinaro presides over the defense.
Today, the prosecution will present a case that is contrived on folk myth. One intended to stir the sympathies for a gang of vagrants who have victimized an innocent woman. An injustice has been committed against the name and reputation of the defendant, Madame Sophia Heinecke, who is in hiding today out of fear of further victimization. The prosecution's claims that Miss Heinecke is a murderess are as ludicrous as the myth of Mistress Black itself. The fact is that this country has been witch-free for 36 years. The fact that my client is nothing more than a gracious Southern belle who, like many of you out there, is only trying to make ends meet. The defense will demonstrate the testimony against Miss Heinecke is nothing more than a web of deception spun by a family of degenerate liars.
Thank you, Mr. Heinecke. You may call your first witness.
A deadly silence settles over the courtroom as John, just as haggard as ever but somewhat cleaned up, hobbles to the witness box.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Describe your relationship with Miss Heinecke to the court, please.
Sophia was my employer. We had a contract. Our relationship was professional.
And what exactly was the nature of your business she employed you in?
It was, I guess you could call it trade-related. I plead the fifth.
Excuse me?
I mean, can I please plead the fifth?
Young man, you mean you wish to invoke your right against self-incrimination?
That is correct.
I'll allow it. Now, would you please state to the court how you first met Miss Heinecke?
It was summertime. I want to say between 1972 and 1984. I was looking for someone who could help me score some... she offered to deal me some, well...
You plead the fifth. Makes you wonder why he's not on trial. No further questions.
Only a star witness can make up for the failure that is John's testimony. But unfortunately, John Jr. calls Vicky to the stand next.
This brutish oath of a woman left us for dead in her burning café, and we would have been dead too. But we were saved by a personal hero of mine.
And do you see that hero here today?
I sure do. It's you, Johnny. You dragged us all to safety. When I awoke, you were performing CPR on your father while stitching up your sister's shirt.
It was actually a silk blouse.
Very heroic. Now let's get back to the point. Ma'am, describe what happened that night.
It pains me to speak of her now, but I wanted my daughter back. And I had her for just a moment before that vile cunt, the defendant, locked us away in her laboratory of horrors and left us to die. I knew it was either embrace the kiss of death or blast through the wall and get out.
Excuse me, ma'am. What was that last part?
I said if I didn't fashion a small load of C4 out of my own...
Oh, Your Honor! The witness has just indicated that she herself was responsible for the destruction of Miss Heinecke's café. A crime that the defendant is currently being charged with.
I'm responsible? How dare you presume to judge my actions? Do you have any idea what I've been through? I lost a daughter that night. I charged through flames and tackled the woman myself, and I can tell you she was no human. I could have kicked her 1,000,000 times.
You mean to say that you physically attacked Miss Heinecke?
Well, yes, I did. And if she were here right now, I'd do it again.
But how could you do that in your condition?
So, are you lying about your encounter with the defendant? Or your handicap?
Objection, Your Honor. The relevance.
The prosecution is tanking. John Jr. calls his trump card to the stand, his sister Jessica. Unfortunately, Jessica has also pulled her trump card, Jack Daniels.
Oh, she. What she doesn't fucking tell you is she has a blade. A 10-inch blade. She's just skimmer. Startled darlings. Betsy, Clara.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness was asked for her age and she reeks of booze.
Sarah.
You'll settle down.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you! I'll hold you in contempt, you little bitch.
Your Honor, needless to say, I'm moved to have this testimony stricken from the record.
Motion granted.
The defense calls its first witness, coincidentally, its last.
The defense calls to the stand Miss Alice LaFontaine.
Fucking bullshit.
Miss LaFontaine, I know it's painful to remember, but could you please recount to the court what happened the night of July 29th?
I was pregnant, broke, and vulnerable. I reached out to Jean because I needed someone to be good to me. Instead, his daughter shot me in the stomach. The baby took the bullet. I lay dead for 3 hours before I crawled to the hospital.
That's quite all right, dear. Do you see this person who shot you?
Bien sûr, I could not miss her. She's right there.
Oh my god. Get fucking real, Alice. Tell him how you stole my identity, huh? How you sold me that bitch.
Bailiff, restrain her. Mademoiselle, you know this woman prior to that night.
No, but I did know her sister, Sarah. She was my best friend.
Best friend? She was your fiancée.
No, c'est pas vrai. Sarah was engaged to a man in Reno. I was merely her confidante, and she was Manage.
Miss
She
LaFontaine.
is Manage.
Miss LaFontaine, what can you tell me about the defendant, Miss Nero?
She is an innocent sweetheart, and she made the best apple pie I ever ate.
That's bullshit. None of us ever ordered anything.
Interesting. So based on what you've said, it appears that an attempted murder did take place that night.
Oui.
But Marta Sophia Nero had nothing to do with it.
Oui, it was Jessica. She shot me, killed my child, and then she likely turned the gun on her own sister. She has killed before, and if you do not stop her, she will kill again.
Ah, you owe me another